Hey guys, we have a fun video for you today. I'm with two of my favorite people and real estate agents, both of them, Steffani Murphy and Rozella, who goes by Zella Ehrler, over in Spokane, actually kind of Deer Park, Spokane. They're going to explain that in this video here. We're going to do some Monday market updates, talk about some macro trends. I'm going to bring that down to the micro levels, so it might help you with some of your decision making. And ladies, thanks for joining me today. How are you?
Hi, hello. Thanks for having us.
Hi. Good.
Yeah. Give us a little background for each of you, please. Tell us who you are, a little bit about where you come from, and what that might help out our audience, please.
Me?
Oh, I was gonna say, hi, I'm Zella. This is going into my 4th year in real estate. I got into real estate because my husband and I had purchased a flip home, and I just really enjoyed the entire process. And I was a stay-at-home mom for 5 years, so I really needed something to kind of consume my time. And then I just really liked it, and I stumbled into this lady. And then between the two of us, we've just kind of created this masterpiece that we're calling MWR.
Yeah.
So
I like that. Good introduction.
Hey, I'm Steffani Murphy, and I am the founder of MWR Real Estate, which is partnered with Keller Williams here in Spokane. I started my real estate career actually in the summer of 2016. Before that, I was actually a lender with Wells Fargo, and before that, I was a personal banker. So kind of been in the industry for quite some time, been in the community kind of in and out my whole entire life as well. So that was our real estate venture. And then basically during 2020, I started a branch off of my real estate to do more consulting under 5 pillars. And we now kind of both are heading up that project and partnering with other people like you and everybody else all around.
Very good. I like it. Some
Yeah.
diverse and broad background there, ladies. I like it. And those of you on our YouTube channel know I'm John Murphy, been in the industry for a long time, like 25 plus years, doing loans and having a good time with it and putting people into homes. That's our goal here. And if you'll check out our YouTube channel, our mission is to help people build wealth with real estate. I know Steffani and Zella are behind that. And so that's what kind of connected us. And of course, Steffani is my daughter. That was a good starting point as well. And that's why we're together.
Yeah.
So, all right. Monday morning update for the markets here. Rates are, I think the word is high, and they're kind of erratic, but they made a jump just probably it's been about a month now to 3 weeks, a significant jump related to probably more than anything else, international events like wars over in the Middle East and stuff like that. The Fed has basically got inflation coming the right direction. It's not where they want it to be yet, if you look at the numbers, but it's a lot better. It's half of what it was when they started their rate increases. It's down in the 4%, 3 point something. I think the last time I looked, it was 3.4%, something like that, which is a vast improvement. Their target rate is 2% if you follow this, and the last 2% is kind of the hardest 2%, so they're going to be at it. That would be helping rates come down. That's kind of good for the market overall. But the international scene, I think, is the uncertainty of that is basically what drives bond traders, which is it indirectly impacts mortgage rates. And that's probably why we're at right now. So it's in the high range, high 7s, maybe 8%, depending on your loan. So that's the market for mortgages. How about real estate, ladies? What are you seeing happen out there?
That's exciting and fun.
Low appraisals, conditions are getting more strict.
Yeah,
on loans, lots of conditions, and they're definitely following up on conditions and doing reappraisals and coming back out and being really thorough. Whereas in the past, like if the appraiser even went in the house, you were lucky. So
we're going back to, I would say, in my opinion, a healthy market, because we kind of went off the rails a little bit with our pricing and people kind of overpaying for a lot of properties just because the demand was there and rates were there and all this. There were so many factors that, kind of shoved pricing up. So the one thing I will say on this end, it is kind of a benefit. honestly to buyers and the consumers that are out there still purchasing, life still happening, is they have a little bit more of that bargaining power back where they really lost that over the last few years. So sellers, obviously, they can still make a really good profit. There's still a lot of equity to be gained, but you're not going to be getting that overage amount. So if you're listing high, hoping you're going to, attract, the right buyer, do not do that. You're wasting your time and you're going to shoot yourself in the foot because you're going to end up with price drops. So if anything, find that sweet spot and go to the sweet or a little bit lower, and then you'll see your right buyer come along for sure.
Good advice. Very good advice. So here's a little evidence of success that impacts or directly correlates exactly what Steffani's talking about with the rate environment. Rates are high. That causes a lot of buyers to not want to buy right now because they're kind of on the fence waiting. We had a VA buyer in this particular case, and he was definitely on the fence. He could afford the loan, but he didn't like the payment. It was that simple. And what put that one together, and we can chat about this, ladies, if you're using this, is a 2-1 buy down. There are 3 different options here. You can do a 1-1 buy down, which means the rate for the first year, 1 year, is lower than the permanent rate, and it automatically adjusts the second year to the permanent rate. You do a 2-1 buy down, so the first 2 years are lower, 2% lower the first year, 1% the second year, then it goes to the permanent rate. You can even do a 3-2-1. So it starts 3%, 2%, 1%, and then finally the permanent rate, which means you can really get your payment low for the first 1 or 2 years of the loan if that's what your goal is. And the goal for a lot of people is that because they think, one, is their income is going to increase over the next 2 years and meet the payment, and rates may be coming down in about a 2-year period, which is kind of what the industry is forecasting is going to happen. And they'll be refinancing into that lower rate about that time anyway. And so this particular VA buyer, his name is Josh, just used that technique. We put him into a home. His first couple of years payments are much lower than what they would have been otherwise. And he's a happy guy. Are you guys, are you using strategies like that with your clients now as well?
Yeah, we're having to get very creative as well. Yes. 3-2-1. I haven't done any of those, but we've been doing a lot of the owner contracts where we can negotiate the rates on behalf of our buyers.
Good.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're also seeing a lot of assumptions coming up as options. So getting creative in that way too. But as far as the buy down goes, yes, we're seeing a lot of that. And especially again, those credits, even to get those buy down options are being applied by way of the seller, meaning, that the seller is willing to come down on their purchase price to give a credit to that buyer, especially new builders. We're seeing huge discounts and credits for new construction.
Yeah.
Right.
Any inventory that's done, sitting and available. I just got one under contract. That was a $30,000 credit that was given to them.
Yeah. I think
Kinda
everybody is,
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone's collaborating right
Yeah.
now and getting very creative. That way we can keep on moving and we're still flowing just because the demand is still so there. And like, it's just, we still
Demand
have the
is still
demand.
there.
So we're all having to get creative. That way we're all still functioning and moving on.
Yeah. Inventory,
Well
I
put.
would say increased slightly in the sense of like, I think a lot of people ended up putting their house on the market. So you have a few more options, I would say, than just kind of your select few that you did have. But you're seeing a lot of properties, like more rural stuff, land, and then a lot of as is or estate sales.
Got it. Good summary. So to on top of that, just so you understand, on the 2-1, on the 3-2-1, on the 1-1 buy down, the cost of that, which is a prepaid interest expense up front, has to be paid by the seller. So consistent with what Steffani and Zeller are saying, you got sellers here that are going to negotiate with you as a buyer and potentially buy your rate down for 3 years. Depending on the loan program, be careful about that because there are parameters for different loans. They can't pay that much, but check out with your loan officer, make sure it fits, and it could be a win-win for both the seller and the buyer.
Yep. Yeah.
Awesome.
So general consensus is the market is still moving as per usual. Real estate is still a good investment, but you just need to make sure that you're stacking those investments that work either for whatever your monthly budget is or whatever your projected budget or income, bracket is that you're trying to feed yourself into. There's still different ways to keep it moving. So reach out to us, any of us.
Well put.
Happy to help
You want to
guide.
take advantage of the opportunities that are available in the market and in higher interest rate markets, as Steffani and Zeller are saying, the advantage to the buyers who have more flexible sellers, and that can help you out with the strategies we're talking about. So now that we're there, and as they said, there is more demand than there is inventory. Inventory is still low. Then use those strategies with a couple of great real estate agents who know how to negotiate for you and put you into your
Yep, and
house.
we're not limited to just Washington either, just so you know, we're really great at finding partner agents in all of the states, so.
Oh, good to know. All right.
She just had one over in Maine.
Yeah, one in Maine.
Maine. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
And another
cool.
one from Ohio, so.
Good
It's
for you.
awesome.
Good to
Yeah,
know.
you start making some road trips.
Yeah. You have to go visit the house that you put somebody into.
I would not mind at all. I would so be down for that.
All right. Any closing thoughts, ladies?
Yes, check out our
Thank you.
YouTube as
Yes.
well. What is it? I don't even know it.
Stuff and Zella on
Oh.
it, I think is what it is.
So simple. Imagine that.
Thank you for collaborating with us, John, on
Yes.
doing this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I knew it was going to be fun knowing each of you as I do. So I really appreciate the opportunity to do this. We'll put
Yes, you're-
there. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I would say, yeah, you're such a fun wealth of knowledge. So it's fun to bring some light funness, I guess, to some topics that can be rather mundane and not all that entertaining. So
Yeah.
good job.
It could be a boring topic, but there's no reason it has to be at the same time, right?
Nope. Not at all.
Right.
All right, so we're going to put the link to Steffani and Zella's YouTube channel on this video down below, guys, so you can click on it and go check them out. They're fun, as you can tell. They're knowledgeable, as you can tell. Great agents to get connected with. I highly encourage you to do that. And you may even get lucky and work with us as well. So we'll work it out for you if we can. Thanks, ladies, for your
Thank
time
you.
today. It was fun and informative, and I knew it would be.
You as well.
All right. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.